बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। फैसल करीम कुल्ली साहब, गवर्नर खैबर पख्तूनख्वा, मुजम्मिल असलम साहब, एडवाइजर टू द चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑन फाइनेंस, इजाज निज़ार साहब, who makes heroes, who energize. He said this, he has come up with this term. The CEO is not Chief Executive Officer, it's Chief Energizing Officer. So this is the invention by Baraka. And he himself is an energizer. Wherever he goes, he energizes the entire community, the entire society, and the entire group that he assembles. And I'll say Junaid Altaf Sahab, a very practical businessman who is now heading the Chamber of Commerce, and especially the guests from outside KP. Mutahma, you asked a question, is there any CEO here who belongs to KP? So I'm 100% KP, 100%. My first school was Government Swat back in 70s. Second was PF School Peshawar. Third was Government Resalpur. Fourth was Cadet College Bohart. Then it was Edwards College Peshawar. Then I went to US, to California for my undergrad. And after that, I worked all my life, out of 26 years, 21 years in KP, 5 years in Islamabad, and I was picked as CEO for Baraka from Bank of Capital while I was working here. So all the issues that have been discussed by the business leaders, I will not get into those. I will only say that yes, banking is also a business, and I often hear from my head office in Bahrain that you have the highest tax among the 13 countries where Baraka is operating. In fact, it is 53%. So they say that you work more for the government than for the shareholders. So it's a statement that I get. But still, that in 1971, and a lady from an aristocratic Danish family from Denmark, who is a class fellow of a son of a Khan of Charsada, gets married, settles in Charsada in 1971. In 1977, she asked her husband, I'm an interior designer by profession, so I want to establish a furniture factory. And he says, go right ahead. And she establishes a Pak Danish industry, a European lady, in Peshawar in 1978. And ever since, she has been running that industry, profitable and with success, and the highest quality of furniture that you find in Peshawar or Islamabad is produced by her since 1978. Ms. Gypsy Ali is here today. So these are the success stories. If a lady from Europe can come settle and make a successful industrial example for everyone and run it for 55 years, profitable, continuously innovating, new designs, and passionately doing it. I mean, who can complain? I don't think anybody can complain. Yes, we have problems, but we have the ability to overcome the problems as well. I cannot complain. When I was in US, there was a word that said is the land of opportunities, and all my contemporaries, they prefer to stay back. I flew from Los Angeles, landed in Peshawar. It was my commitment to my father. People say opportunities are in Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad. I came up with an idea in 2008 when I contemplated myself that the $6.5 billion home remittance is not the actual number. The actual number is $30 billion. $24 billion is coming from Hundi. I write an article. I sent it to my first article. Actually, it was my second article. I sent it to the largest newspaper in the country. They publish on the front page. And I get such great response that I started writing with my cover letter to everyone. And they adopted, a policy was made under a new department called PRI, Pakistan Remittance Initiative, based on my article. And today, the home remittance has grown from 6 billion to 38 billion. And they are constantly engaging with me. After becoming CEO, there was a conference in the State Bank where 2023, where the economic situation was very, very bad. And one of the senior most people in the state looked at me and said, "Any new ideas about home remittance?" And I just said, it's near bankruptcy discussions going on. I think Pakistan cannot go bankrupt. All we have to do is to scale up the incentives of PRI and we'll be out of this. And then there were discussions, they scaled up the PRI incentives and the home remittances grew from 25 billion in 2023 to 38 billion within 2 years. And Pakistan has come out of this crisis, foreign exchange crisis, because of the home remittance of the overseas workers. So what I'm saying is that anything, people will say that government, it's very difficult to make government listen to your ideas. And it's very difficult to have the policies amended according to your recommendations. No, it was just my own idea. I wrote an article, people liked it, it was adopted, and Pakistan has, really benefited from it. I will give another example of olives. I'm a passionate olive promoter. Some of the people who are sitting here who are from Peshawar, they know that. Olive, same thing. Articles, I took Zarek's father in 2002 to a place in Tandam farm and I showed him that, this is something, a silent story. Nobody knows about it. And the point was, somebody just mentioned, a scientist mentioned to me, that the olive suitable climate starts from Spain and Morocco, moves along Mediterranean. It is ending in Iran, but actually the suitable climate ends in Peshawar in Pakistan. So Balochistan, KP and parts of Punjab are ideally suited for olive plantation. I did some research, I started writing, everyone started, appreciating the idea. But whichever government came, they engaged me in these ideas. And today, the official souvenir of Baraka Bank for its customers, for the central bank executives, to the government officials, and to the dignitaries is the made in KP olive extra virgin olive oil. And that extra virgin olive oil, the source is KP in Balochistan. It has received third best quality olive oil recently in New York, in the world. So there are potential. I will not talk about energy, minerals, tourism. These are all very well talked about, and I'm sure Governor has so much to say about how to optimize the potential. But I'll say the potential is unlimited, and there are hidden treasures. I will just talk about a couple of things. I think Ayub said that Peshawar is one of the oldest cities of Pakistan. The fact is, Peshawar is the oldest living city of South Asia. There is no city alive in South Asia as old as Peshawar. And Peshawar also has a very resilient culture of protecting its heritage. You hear about the Sethi Mahalla. The Sethi Mahalla, which is about 200 years old houses, they were protected. This Sethi Mahalla was about to be demolished in 2023 by a real estate developer. And an elderly lady, 75 years old, daughter-in-law of Sardar Abdul Minister, she mobilized a campaign from all over Pakistan, including Justice Nasra Iqbal and so many ladies, all ladies campaign. And they convinced the government to stop this transaction, which was going on for 13 million rupees. And the Department of Archaeology was then asked to purchase that property and convert it into a museum. So it was the ladies of Peshawar, and now this entire place has become a heritage treasure. So there are success stories all over, despite all the challenges. So I just come to this point because Judith just told me that they are working on some solid projects for financing and they would like to engage with banks. I will say Baraka Bank is a Bahrain registered bank. We are owned by a Saudi family called the Love Group. And we are in 13 countries. So when I joined this bank, I looked at it from potential to scale of the bank. Just like what Hassan is doing in Bank of Cairo. The scaling up was so huge potential that 12 countries where Baraka was operating other than Pakistan, they were doing very well. And we had the highest potential, the largest potential of Islamic banking compared to others, and we were not doing well. We were the first Islamic bank in Pakistan since 1992. So we looked at the opportunities. One of the opportunities was that since most of the foreign banks had left Pakistan, we came up with a program, 2023, when financial crisis was there, foreign exchange crisis. Inter-franchise collaboration of a Baraka group to enhance the exports of Pakistan. And we started a webinar program connecting Pakistani exporters with each country. We started with South Africa on a webinar, 60 exporters from Pakistan, 40 from South Africa. And then we developed a portal, trade finance portal, where they can log in and do B2B connectivity. So I said, I'm with you. He had already made the feasibility. My team was with him next day, and within 7 days we had sanctioned that note to establish the industry. So as far as I can say of my bank, but I can also say of many banks, because I move with the CEOs of the banks, everyone is very positive towards KPK. And in fact, there is so much romance and so much passion, like Hassan said, about the KPK, that whoever comes, touches this soil, experiences, meeting people of KP, they fall in love with KP. So, from banking industry, the support is there. Please give us some ideas, and I would like to Junaid come over and talk to your team and see what we can do as a bank. And I'm actually member of the executive committee of the Pakistan Banking Association also. So we can actually do something on a larger scale at the industry level also. The last thing is, among the potential, something that we are propagating now, Islamic Chamber of Commerce and Development is an associate of the Dada Group of Saudi Arabia. It was established in 1979 to promote socio-economic development of the 57 Muslim countries. President of Pakistan at that time persuaded the founder Sheikh Saleh Kamil to establish the headquarters of Islamic Chamber of Commerce and Development instead of Riyadh to Karachi. So it is established, it is in Karachi. So ever since this management took over, we have given them a commitment that whatever you do in Pakistan will be sponsored by the Baraka Bank. So we did a lot of things. I will just mention one thing, and which actually relates to KP. At the moment, halal economy is going through a boom. And halal comprises of 4 things. Halal protein, which is all kind of meat. The annual consumption is $1 trillion per year. The international trade is led by Brazil, $10 billion per year. Second, Australia. Third, Indonesia. Fourth, India, $4 billion. Pakistan is only $500 million.